Good morning, Bill Thompson for Outside Insiders. It's about 5 to 9 on Sunday morning. I've come down to see if I could catch up with Senator Penny Wong, who is scheduled to appear on Insiders this morning. I don't know whether she was intended to be in the studio or by a video link from somewhere, but given how late it is, I assume she's either already in the building or she will probably be appearing via a video link. I did want to see if I'd have a chance to ask her a brief question. She's the Shadow Foreign Affairs Minister, and after the next federal election she may well be our next Foreign Minister. And I wanted to ask if she thought that it was in any way hypocritical for politicians in Indonesia and Malaysia to have recently criticised the Australian government for daring to consider the possibility of moving our Israeli embassy to the actual capital city of Israel, Jerusalem, while in their own countries of Malaysia and Indonesia, women are being publicly flogged for transgressing the morality laws in relation to holding hands or kissing in public, potentially even for transgressing rules in relation to the standards of dress. Have they covered their hair properly? Have they covered their arms properly? So I find that a potential area of hypocrisy. Given time, I would have also liked to ask Senator Wong whether she had any concerns about the actions of Saudi Arabia in recent years. Saudi Arabia has been obviously a large exporter of oil to around the world. In recent years, they've been spending hundreds of millions of dollars, if not over $1 billion, in exporting Wahhabism, their own extreme version of Islam, and they've done this via funding the construction of mosques and madrasas, religious schools, in countries around the world, perhaps notably, as far as Australia is concerned, in Indonesia and Malaysia, and I gather to a lesser extent in Australia as well. Wahhabism is described as an extreme form of Islam, but the leader of Turkey, Recep Erdogan, not that long ago made a statement about there is no extreme Islam or moderate Islam. There is only Islam. So perhaps Wahhabism is simply Islam. Wahhabism has resulted in some extreme results. Women can be stoned to death for adultery. Gays can be thrown off the roofs of high buildings to their deaths because of their sexuality. Thieves can have their hands cut off. For all you animal lovers out there, the annual festival of Eid, ending the fast of Ramadan, seems to result in universal bloodbaths of slaughtered animals in public squares across the Islamic world. So my view has for a long time been that Islam is like two up. Heads you lose. Bill Thompson for Outside